Hello everyone. I wanted to first thank you for watching my video. You could have picked any video that is talking about this same topic, but you chose to listen to me, and for that, I am grateful. I hope I say something that is encouraging to get you to move closer to your God, given right in the area of finances, so you can grab hold to that promise God has for you, which is financial freedom. Without further ado, let's get started. Are you buying property to live in or to level up? Let's talk strategies, not just shelter. Two buyers can look at the same house and walk away with two very different outcomes. Today, I want to show you how retail buyers and real estate investors think, and how one shift in mindset can unlock wealth, legacy, and freedom. As you can see, two very different scenarios. One family is imagining memories inside the home. The other is crunching numbers, preparing to add another investment to their portfolio. Let's start with the retail buyer. This person is looking for comfort and convenience. They ask, is it close to work? Is the school district good? Does it have a big backyard? These are valid questions, but they're emotional. Retail buyers often fall in love with the home, not the numbers. A smiling couple walks through a cozy, well-decorated home with a real estate agent. They pause to admire the living room and floors. The woman points toward a sunny kitchen with excitement. Is it close to work? Great schools? Big yard? The tone is warm and emotional, showing connection and excitement, not analysis. Now let's flip the script. The investor have the same opportunity using the same pre-approved loan, but they are looking at the same deal differently. They are not buying based on feelings. They are focusing on buying based on profit. An investor may look at duplexes, fourplexes, or multifamily homes. They live in one unit, rent the others, and let their tenants pay the mortgage. A confident black woman in her 40s walks through a multifamily property with intention. She reviews a rent roll or property sheet on a tablet. She is unlocking the door of one unit where she lives, while tenants are seen moving around in the other part of her multi-property building she brought with the same loan as the other retail real estate family. Let's break down house hacking. If an investor buys a duplex and the rent on one side is $1,500, but the mortgage is $2,200, they're only paying $700. That's income-driven living. That is one way you can shift from being a consumer to a creator of cash flow. Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit." Retail buyers plan for peace of mind. Investors plan for profit. But what if you could have both? What if your house gave you peace and a paycheck? This is what planning with purpose looks like. A quiet morning, your coffee warm, your Bible open, and your rent payment hitting your account, all before 9 a.m. That's peace, that's provision, that's preparation in action. Let's rewrite the scenario. Instead of buying one home, what if you bought a fourplex? You live in one unit, rent out the other three. If you collect $4,500 in rent and your mortgage is $3,000, you've got a $1,500 margin every month. Same mortgage approval, but different results. Retail buyers ask, can I afford this? Investors ask, will this pay me? Retail buyers think about the next vacation. Investors think about building freedom so they can take vacations anytime. Retail buyers stay in homes. Investors rotate, refinance, and grow. Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us power to create wealth. Investors take that seriously. They do not just buy homes. They build financial ecosystems. They make the money work while they sleep. Faith is not against wealth. Faith is the foundation of wealth. Let's look at a 5-year comparison. A retail buyer has $15,000 in equity. Investor, on the other hand, has $50,000 in cash flow and $25,000 in equity. That's $75,000 versus $15,000. Same market, same loan limit, different mindset. You're not behind. You just need a better blueprint. Listen to me. Savvy investors study the numbers. They look at cap rate, cash on cash return, exit strategies. These are not luxury questions. They are legacy questions. Because investors are not just buying for now. They're building for generations to come. Psalm 127:1 says, Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. This is why strategy matters. You don't just need a mortgage, you need a mission. You don't just need a down payment. You need your discernment to kick in over here in the financial realm. God has given everyone discernment, so take a leap of faith and use it over here in this money area. Purpose pays back more than emotion ever could. A duplex today can become retirement tomorrow. A fourplex today can become your child's college fund. Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children." But legacy starts now, not later. It starts with one smart step. Let me explain to you what got me in the mindset of buying real estate. When I lived in Detroit, there was a guy that I was listening to about investing. He was talking about a lot of things, but he said this, and it stuck with me all these years. He said you do not have to buy a whole lot of houses to become a millionaire. He said you only needed to buy 2 houses and just keep working your normal job. If that is what you want to do, in 30 years, you will become a millionaire. I said, wow, I can just be a lazy investor and still become rich. Yes, and you can too. However, I can talk about that in another video. Now, in the meantime, let's stay focused. A confident woman sits outside a beautiful luxury home, lounging by the pool in her expansive backyard. She's on the phone, laughing softly, relaxed, and unbothered. The setting sun casts a golden glow over the space. She's not showing off. She's showing what's possible when you prepare with purpose. This is financial freedom, the quiet kind, the earned kind. So, what does it take to begin? You got to have a different mindset if you are not used to real estate purchases, a willingness to learn, a strategy backed by faith. Start with what you have. Use your FHA or VA loan to buy up to 4 units with little to no money down. That's access. That's opportunity. Now let's talk location. Stop chasing the prettiest zip codes. Look for cash flow markets, places where rents exceed expenses. College towns, growing suburbs, military bases, urban cores with revitalization, where the math works even if you never move in. This is not about luxury. This is about leverage. Leverage helps you control more assets with less of your own money. And when used wisely, it's how you multiply your opportunities without multiplying your stress. Let's talk OPM, other people's money. Yes, it's real. You can partner with family, friends, or private lenders. You can use your home equity. You can build business credit. The key is you don't have to use your own cash to build your own future. Luke 14:28 says, "Whoever builds a tower must first sit down and estimate the cost." That's exactly what we're doing right now. We're not guessing. We're not hoping. We're planning. Faith is the foundation. Strategy is the structure. Ecclesiastes 11:6 says, "Sow your seed in the morning, and let your hands not be idle in the evening." Translation: start now. What you plant today will become your harvest tomorrow. Faith plus wisdom plus work equals overflow. Okay, now I am going to give you some bonus steps. For one, write the vision in your journal. If you do not have a journal, click the link in the comment section and grab one from Amazon. You can't build a legacy without writing the vision. Use it to map out your real estate goals, strategies, scriptures, and answered prayers. Habakkuk 2:2 says, "Write the vision and make it plain." Start there. Now here's your 10-step real estate action plan to turn this message into momentum. Step 1, remember, you don't need $1 million to start thinking like an investor. You need clarity, confidence, and a clear reason why. The investor mindset isn't just about chasing profits. It's about taking control of your future. It's walking into a neighborhood and seeing value where others see risk. It's hearing, "You can't afford that," and replying, "Watch me turn it into income." Investors ask different questions. They don't just see houses. They see leverage, legacy, and long-term growth. To build this mindset, you have to unlearn what you've been taught. This is not about keeping up with the Joneses. This is about becoming the bank. This is about positioning yourself so your money keeps working even when you're not. You must think in cash flow, calculate returns, and see past curb appeal. Shift your focus from lifestyle to lifetime impact. You're not just buying where you want to live, you're investing in what will let you live how you want. Owning a home is nice, but owning your time, options, and income streams is even nicer. A home gives you comfort, a place to rest, a space to call your own, and there's nothing wrong with that. But comfort without strategy won't build legacy. It's ownership on paper, not power in motion. Owning your time, your options, and your income streams, that's what real wealth looks like. That's when the house becomes a tool, not a trophy. A vessel to fund your freedom, not a box you decorate and hope it appreciates. It's about designing a life you don't need to escape from. One where your values and your investments are aligned. One where your children inherit not just what you had, but what you understood. That's not just real estate. That's real strategy. Every wise builder starts with education. So you need to find a good mentor, someone who you are willing to listen to based on where you want to go. They do not necessarily have to live near you. They may be on YouTube or television. If I was you, if they are far away, buy all their books. Read them and learn from them. Oftentimes, investors write books about what worked for them. And don't forget to calculate your risks. Read more books if you've already read a lot. My suggestion is to keep reading and learning until reading calls you to take action. I have several book titles linked in the comment section you can order from Amazon. Talk to a lender or call a realtor like myself and learn how to run the numbers. You don't have to be an expert to take a step. Before you start looking at real estate listings, you need to look within yourself. Vision comes before investment. Without a clear plan, every opportunity looks confusing. But when your vision is sharp, the right property reveals itself. Start by answering foundational questions. Where do I want to buy? Is it local or long distance? Urban or suburban? Do I want to invest where I live or where the numbers work better? Am I open to house hacking? Could I live in one unit and rent the others? Could I turn part of my primary home into passive income? Be honest with your comfort level, but don't underestimate your capacity for growth. What's your timeline? Is this a 6-month move or a 3-year plan? Do you need to fix your credit, build savings, or just build courage? Write these answers down. Pray over them. Revise them as needed. Your vision is your anchor, not just a dream board, but a decision maker. When the process gets noisy, your vision keeps you focused. When fear shows up, your plan reminds you why you started. Write the vision, make it plain, and then build it. Step 3, understand financing. Before you go looking for the perfect property, you need to understand the money behind the move. Real estate is a strategy game, and the loan you choose can open doors or quietly close them. Let's break it down. FHA loans let you purchase up to 4 units with just 3.5% down as long as you live in one. Perfect for house hacking and first-time investors. VA loans are available to veterans and active duty military, offering 0% down with no PMI that is a powerful tool for building equity without cash up front. Conventional loans are great for investment-only properties. You'll typically need 15 to 25% down, but they work well for long-term holds or second homes. USDA rural loans are ideal for qualified buyers in rural areas. They offer 0% down and favorable interest rates. A hidden gem if you're open to investing outside city limits. DSCR loans, debt service coverage ratio, are for investors who want to qualify based on the property's cash flow, not their personal income. These are perfect for entrepreneurs, self-employed buyers, or anyone focused on cash flow over W-2 income. Here is a pro tip. Ask your lender if projected rental income can count toward your approval. It could significantly increase your buying power. Step 4. Start with your lender pre-approval or proof of funds. This is what tells agents and sellers you're not just curious. You're ready to close. Upload your approval letter and keep it updated. Next, include your deal calculators. Whether it's a rental property calculator or a fix and flip analysis tool, keep your spreadsheet templates here so you can quickly run numbers on any property you're considering. Add a folder for rent estimates. Use sites like Rentometer or Zillow to research rent comps and save screenshots or reports for your target neighborhoods. Then include your market research, stats on appreciation, population growth, job markets, and more. This is how you make data-driven decisions instead of emotional ones. This folder isn't just about being neat. It's about being ready. The investor who's prepared can move fast, make smarter offers, and gain the trust of lenders, agents, and sellers. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Step 5, Research 3. Properties to start practicing. Before you ever make an offer, you need to start thinking like a buyer. And the best way to build confidence? Get in the habit of actively researching real deals. You're not just window shopping. You're training your eye to spot opportunity. Start by picking 3 active listings in your target area. These should be real properties that are currently on the market. Focus on duplexes and fourplexes, properties with built-in income potential. You don't have to be ready to buy them yet, but treat this step like a dress rehearsal. Use sites like Redfin, Craigslist, or Zillow to find live listings. Plug in search terms like multifamily, duplex, or income property. Look at the asking price, square footage, number of bedrooms, and location. Now let's talk rent research. Use a tool like Rentometer. And yes, that's spelled Rentometer, to see what the estimated rental income would be for each unit. Just enter the address, unit size, and zip code, and Rentometer will show you the average rent in that area. The goal is simple. Find properties where the estimated rent outpaces the estimated mortgage. This is how you train yourself to identify positive cash flow properties. For example, if a duplex has an estimated rent of $1,500 per unit and the total mortgage is $2,200, that's a potential $700 in cash flow. That's a deal worth analyzing. Create a simple spreadsheet or use your investor folder to track these findings. Document the property link, rent comps, mortgage estimate, use online calculators, and any notes on the neighborhood. This practice will sharpen your instincts. It will help you understand what numbers matter and what red flags to look out for. The more deals you analyze, the more prepared you'll be when it's time to move. Research now so when your property shows up, your only question is, how soon can I close? Step 6, use OPM, other people's money. Let's be clear. You don't have to use your own money to build wealth, at least not all of it. In real estate, OPM, or other people's money, is one of the most powerful principles you can use to scale faster, smarter, and without being limited by your own bank account. So, what does that actually look like? It could be a private lender, someone with money who wants a better return than their savings account can offer. You bring them a great deal. They bring the funds, and both of you profit. It could be a partner, maybe a family member, a colleague, or a friend who has the capital but no desire to manage property. You handle the work. They fuel the deal. It could even be a business line of credit, HELOC, or a retirement account loan, like a self-directed IRA. Used wisely, these tools allow you to get into the game without waiting for your savings to catch up. Step 7, practice deal analysis. You don't wait until you're ready to buy to start learning how to run the numbers. In fact, practicing deal analysis before you purchase is what prepares you to recognize a winner and avoid a financial trap. Every week, pick at least one active property, a duplex, triplex, fourplex, or single-family home you'd consider as an investment. Start with a simple question. Would this property cash flow $300 or more per month? To answer that, break the deal down. Estimate the rent using tools like Rentometer, Zillow, or local listings. Get a realistic monthly income number for each unit. Subtract expenses. Mortgage, use an online calculator. Property taxes, insurance, maintenance, estimate 5 to 10%, vacancy, estimate 5 to 10%. Property management, if applicable, estimate 8 to 10%. What's left is your cash flow, the money that goes in your pocket after everything is paid. If it's at least $300 a month, that's a deal worth exploring further. If not, move on, learn from it, try another. The more deals you analyze, the sharper your instincts become. Soon, you won't just know if a deal looks good, you'll know why. This is how you build your financial discernment muscle. It's not about being perfect. It's about being prepared. Because when that right deal shows up, you won't hesitate. You'll execute. Practice now, profit later. Step 9, keep faith in front. Pray, move, believe, repeat. At some point, you have to move from research to real action. That starts with one phone call. Reach out to a licensed realtor and say, "Hi, I'm ready to buy a duplex or fourplex using my FHA loan or whatever loan you are comfortable to obtain by your lender. That part is up to you. I'm looking for a property that cash flows. At least $300 a month per door you buy, or should I say unit. If you purchase a fourplex $300 per door, or reach out to me directly, Lorene Hollis, or 2-504-768-5014. Let's find your first cash flowing property together. Step 10, take the first step. Call a lender and get pre-approved and start walking properties that interest you. Remember, you have to be pre-approved before you can do this step. See what you like and don't like. Buy that journal. Write the vision. Run the numbers. In closing, say this out loud. I'm not just a buyer, I'm a builder. I'm not just a tenant, I'm a trustee handling God resources. I'm not just investing for cash. I'm investing for calling. If this is helpful to you, like, subscribe, comment, I'm ready. Because this is not just about property. It's about purpose. Let's build this legacy together. If you would like financial tips, comment, and give titles on the next video you want to learn about. Until next time, may God bless you in your financial endeavors. Like, subscribe, comment, and click on the next figured videos for some more financial tips.